Welcome to We're Talking Bears, the show where uncle, nephew, and son bring you the latest in Chicago Bears news. I'm Uncle.
I'm nephew.
Son is missing this week. Man, we always missing somebody.
Yep. Hey, it's all right.
Hey,
We ain't missing no W's from this past week though. I'll tell you that. Good
you're not
W's.
missing the W's.
And it
Man,
was and it was a must win for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate to say that because on any given Sunday we've seen some crazy things, but this definitely was a must win. Us playing against a team we took everything from. We definitely needed to come in and make a statement against them, and we did it. We did it.
yeah, that was a statement. And we talked about that last week, whereas we needed to at least double them up. I said no more than 9 points and double them up. Well, we gave up that one extra point. I'll put up with it. Since we didn't double them, we didn't triple them. We almost quadrupled them.
Yeah. Hey, and
36 to 10.
I don't know how you all did it, but you all definitely was summoning the spirit of nephew here on We're Talking Bears because the 30 points, I called it. I said we needed at least 30. I wanted to see at least 30. I wanted to see three or four sacks. We got that. I wanted to see us take the ball away. We got a pick. We forced some fumbles, all of that. So definitely was a great game. And like I said, I wanted to see Caleb go crazy and he threw up over 300 yards again. So it was good to see.
Man. And honestly, I'm still a Fields fan. I'm rooting for him out there with the black and yellow, but or black and gold, whatever it is. I don't know. Don't get mad at me, Pittsburgh people, for saying it wrong.
All right.
But
We don't
but
care.
Caleb has already in his first 5 games, he's got 2 300-yard games.
Yeah.
He is and no offense, he knows he's not the runner that Fields was. Don't get down or get out of bounds.
Right. Right.
And he's doing both of those things. He's throwing more than Fields threw, and he's getting down and getting out of bounds. And that's so critical.
Yeah, for real. Man, he looked good, man. It was nice to see DJ catch 2 touchdowns. He spread the ball out nicely. DJ finally went over 100 yards with him. He's got a 100-yard game with a Doomsday. He's got a 100-yard game or almost a 100-yard game with Komet. So I feel like he's really coming into it. Of course, we've had struggles with the offensive line. This week, the guys we've seen out there at the end of this game, let me see more of them. Bill Murray, I didn't know much about this guy, but man, Bill Murray, I would like to see more of him out there on the field.
Didn't he star in the Ghostbusters?
Yes, he did. And now he's playing
But
football for the
dang, I
Chicago
know they had
Bears.
the Ghostbusters too, but I was like, Bill Murray's a little old to be playing
Man,
offensive guard.
and he was balling too, so watch out. Watch
There
out.
you
Hey,
go.
talk on his name. Yeah,
Hey,
I'd definitely like to see more of him out there
you
for
know
sure.
what? You got Davis, you got these other guys, but who you gonna call? Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, there you go. You know it. You know it. You
Man,
know
you're
it.
talking about a day. I mean, TJ Moore, 5 snags, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns.
And he could have had more.
Woo!
Could have had
Cooking.
more.
Could have had more.
Yeah,
Cooking. Cooking.
absolutely.
Man, Cole Kmet and DeAndre Swift, both in the receiving, averaging almost 20 yards a catch also. Rome had 5 catches. A lot of them were shorter. He averaged 8 yards a catch, but that was important.
Right.
And he got the ball to Keenan 3 times. He's got to get better at getting the ball to Keenan. Keenan has smaller windows. He's always been the 50-50 take the ball away guy.
Yeah.
And Caleb has to learn how to use him. It was the same thing as JF had when he was a rookie. And he had to throw to Robinson. Robinson was a big, strong, take the ball away, 50-50 ball guy. But usually that means you're not going to have a lot of separation. Williams has to figure out how to fit that ball into Keenan. And Keenan needs to have a couple 100-yard games.
Oh yeah, and you know what? I think his time will come. I just feel like Caleb is just getting comfortable, and he's got to get comfortable with the game at the professional level. And I think he will. I think he's been getting better with each week. So I think he'll get there. I think he'll get there for sure. It's definitely good to see him the last 2 weeks with no turnovers. Right, with no turnovers the last 2 weeks. Am I right?
I believe so.
Okay. Yeah, he's been protecting the ball, man. So that's the main thing that I like to see.
And this week, the offensive line protected him. 1 pressure, 1 sack.
Right.
That, from a Bears line, is
Incredible.
in the modern era is incredible.
Right. Right.
Man,
Yeah.
man.
So it was a great thing to see, man. It was a great thing to see. And like I said, I'm not about to go and start jumping up and down. It's definitely good to have a win. As you always say, Uncle, gotta win the games that are on your schedule. It's not our fault we have to play these guys and they're a weak team, but we went in, we did what we're supposed to do to a weak team.
Well, you know what else? I mean, this team was on the rise. They were on the rise. They changed to Dalton and had some success and had some offense. The past couple of weeks, they've been scoring points.
Yeah,
So our defense standing up and putting them down is huge. It is
yeah,
absolutely, positively huge. You know, it's Dalton was moving that team. When you stop and you look at the performance that the team had, he was really starting to make it look like that it wasn't just uh, um, it was just Bryce, but when we dismantled them. The only thing they could do was run the ball a little bit, and we dismantled them. Man, it was a beautiful dismantling. It was something to be seen.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I was gonna say that, man. Our defense has been playing some ball, man. Teams aren't able to just come out there and score against us, and that's what I love to see. And honestly, this game, their score was actually a lot higher than it could have been because the one score that they did get against us when they got in the end zone for 6 and gashed us for that run, they just caught us out of position. They just caught us out of position. That's all that was. That guy Williams was supposed to should have switched with Billings. He started to move. He didn't move. He stayed there, and they ran right through that gap. They don't run by Billings.
But our run defense all year, we aren't giving up hardly any passing touchdowns. We've been giving up a lot of rushing touchdowns on the year.
Yeah,
So I think we're up to like 6,
yeah,
and
hey,
that's a lot. But
yeah,
but it's I'm not mad because the last 2 weeks they've dropped 24 points on the Bengals and they put 36 points on the Raiders with Dalton, and they were averaging with Dalton 30 points a game. We
look,
turned them back into the Carolina they were
look,
when they
buddy.
started the season.
They wasn't doing that against these guys. He wasn't doing that against these guys. And
It's
like I
not
said,
happening.
I'm just saying that play, give me that play back and have Billings line up where we had Williams and switch them out
Yeah,
and
yeah.
see
Well,
if they get
Billings is
that
a
run off.
beast.
See if they get that run off that way with Billings in that spot. But hey, that's all, man. I'm just saying, and it's indicative of the rest of the game because they didn't get in the end zone. They didn't get in the end zone again. So
And for us, 424 total yards of offense. We ran the ball, we threw the ball. Our running backs, we ran it by committee, but DeAndre had 73. It was important because he had more early than late.
yeah, and he got a lot of carries. He got a lot of touches, and I like that.
Yep, yeah, 73 and a touch. Roshan had just 25, but 2 touchdowns. And again, I liked it. I like that. We got Kramer out there and get him. They tried a little something different with him, put him in motion. That kind of worked. Didn't work as well as just putting him as a pure fullback. Put him in as a tight end, brought him across in motion, and he nailed some people.
Yeah,
And you know what? We should be using Kramer on the goal line all the time.
yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm not mad
It's
at it.
our version of the tush push. It's not stoppable.
Right.
The only time it failed was when we had when Kramer did the clipping. He just made a mistake, got too excited, and took somebody out at the knees.
Right.
Yeah, can't do that. But
Yeah,
I'm not
man.
mad at him. How can you be mad at him? When he goes out there and he blocks, we walk into the end zone.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Man, it's just a beautiful day. Billings sack. You were talking about Billings.
Yeah.
Man, that was a sack. The big boy got to him.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Who
Man.
had sacks? Billings. Didn't Dexter get a sack? Dexter.
Let's see. Kyler had a half sack
Half
shared
sack.
with, I believe it was Walker.
Yep.
Austin Booker had a sack.
Booker. Yep.
Dexter had a sack.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
And
we're
Billings.
we're getting it done. We're getting it done.
I love it.
When you look at, wow, what man? I'm just geeked. I'm probably all over the place verbally because I'm so geeked.
What about that Bayer pick? How he tracked the ball? I like it. Good
Oh,
hand.
wow. Woo,
Good
that
hand.
was
Good hand.
gorgeous.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
mean, when I first saw it, I thought they might call PI, but then they showed the replay. He was in position the whole way,
Yeah,
and then he had his eyes on the ball, and he just had the right to fight for the ball. What a beautiful
beautiful
pick, and
pick.
he'd been waiting for that.
Yeah,
Man,
me too. Me too.
beautiful. Man, woo,
That's what it's all
that's
about,
something.
man. These are the type of games that we need. I feel like for Caleb to get out there and feel comfortable. He got beat up a couple games. You get what I'm saying? Had a couple rough games, and now he's been protecting the ball. And I feel like we're trending in the right direction. As long as we can keep him standing up, I feel like we have a lot of weapons. The defense is always going to keep us in the battle. I feel like, man, watch out for the Bears still. I mean, things started off kind of slow for us, but we have a rookie quarterback.
Well,
So
yeah,
give
he's
me,
going to take a little bit to refine, and that's fine. You know what? We need to go out and we need to stomp the Jaguars
oh
next
yeah,
week.
oh yeah,
We need to stomp them and
we
then go
will,
to the break.
we
We need
will.
to go to this break 4-2. We have wanted to go to the break at a higher level at 5-1, but I'll take 4-2. Guess what? Guess how many yards Caleb's thrown for this year?
How many?
Almost 1,100. He is
Yeah,
well on pace to be over 3,000.
yeah.
He might hit. I mean, think about it. If he keeps throwing at like 250 a game, he might hit that 4,000 mark that no one's done yet.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's definitely capable of it, and we have weapons. That's what I said, man. If we can figure it out with the offensive line, figure out the right combination of guys that can go out there and fight and give Caleb some time, I feel like, man, he's going to progress and he's going to be tough because we see that he can make the plays, and we
He
have
can
the
get it
weapons.
done.
We have the
Man,
weapons. And like you said, this is with him still. You're saying he still needs to develop a better connection with Keenan Allen and things like that. So just imagine, this is still an untapped resource for him in a sense. You get what I'm saying? Him and DJ, they've had their time. Adunze, they've had their time in games. But just wait till he has all of these weapons working on one accord, and he's
right.
able to know who's who and who's where. Just as a second thought, we're gonna be really tough. We're gonna be really tough. I'm
We
happy to see
are,
the progression because when we see a team like this, you're supposed to treat them like a team that you took DJ Moore from. You're supposed to treat them like a team that you got Darnell Wright because of, and the reason that you got Caleb Williams right now. And you're supposed to show them. Supposed to show them.
and don't forget Stevenson.
Absolutely right.
And it
Absolutely.
looks like we're going to get the 33rd pick in the draft right now,
Yeah.
as we got that number 2,
Yeah.
and doggone it, and we're right there.
Yeah.
Man, it's sweet, it's beautiful. We're getting it done. I'm just super excited. And then, let's go back. Tory Taylor, excellent draft pick.
I agree
Excellent draft pick.
for sure.
It's the punting equivalent of Devin Hester.
I
You
like
know,
it. Yeah.
you put this guy, and he hurts people. He hurts people with his ability to kick. Man, it's something.
How does it
It,
feel to
man,
watch a former guy that was on our team that didn't do well for us be on the other team and be able to not do well for them? The Spanish Parky.
you talk about Spanish parking.
Yeah.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Yeah.
Oh man, missing that field goal, that all important field goal for them.
Yeah.
Not that it was going to make much difference. We
I
were
mean, it wasn't
killing
gonna
them.
make a difference, but isn't it just? It's like, aha! It's like this. Look what you
Exactly.
did for us.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
And Santos missed one too, but it's like, man, I'll take Santos. It was windy.
Extra point. Extra
Yeah.
point.
Right. I know,
Uh,
but still,
so
you get what I'm
yeah,
saying,
because all we did was score touchdowns almost.
right?
DJ with
Man,
2,
man.
DeAndre with 1, 2 for Roshan.
I wish we would have got
Five
in there on that
titties.
one drive when we let the penalties take us out. Penalties got us out of there. We were right on the goal line. I think we had a couple of times. I think Caleb ran one in and got called back.
The other thing, to have 27 points at the half. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That is, we were a second half team all year.
You're right.
Wow. Man. crazy. And we still scored 10 in the second half. We had the field goal and the touchdown.
Yeah.
So we scored 10 in the second half, but we dropped 27 in the first half.
Yeah, I was loving it, man. I was loving it.
Yeah,
Can't lie to you. I was loving it. It's good to see these types of games from our guys.
for sure.
Go out there and have some fun.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. We tried for that 2-point. I don't know why we tried for that 2-point. So we actually scored 9 in the second half because we tried for the 2-point. I don't know. We were just practicing.
That's how I felt about it.
We were
Like we're up.
practicing.
It's not gonna make a
That was
difference.
practicing.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
it feels great. That's all. It's a great feeling. We dropped 20 in one quarter. The Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
20 points in one quarter. Scored in every quarter. Touchdown, then 3 touchdowns, field goal, then a touchdown. Man, wow. What are you gonna say? I'm not gonna expect it every week, but boy, was that great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was phenomenal. So if we look to next week over in England, we're going to be battling the 1-4 Jaguars. I don't know what's wrong with this team. They shouldn't be this bad, but they are. It makes no sense, but it's what it is. What are you going to do?
Beat them.
Yeah, I agree. They lost a close one to the Dolphins. Then they lost a close one to the Browns.
The
The
Dolphins are
Bills,
beat, and the
the Bills
Browns of it.
pummeled them. And the Texans just snuck by them. And they finally beat the Colts. Crazy up and down season. Honestly, they hadn't been able to score. Week 1, they dropped 17. Week 2, they dropped 13. Week 3, they dropped 10. Week 4, they dropped 20. Week 5, they finally turned it around, dropped 37 on the Colts. I don't see them scoring big on us.
No, me neither.
I don't see it. I don't see them scoring big on us. I am not afraid of these guys. Yeah, this is man. I mean, you look at it's the Jaguars. I mean, you look over their depth chart. Who are you afraid of? I mean, Trevor Lawrence is decent. Travis Etienne is decent. Christian Kirk is okay. Brian Thomas, nah, that doesn't scare me. Their tight ends, Evan Ingram, decent. I mean, Gabe Davis, decent. Nobody on there is really scaring me, and that may be why they're losing. Defensive tackle Arik Armstead, he's tough. Josh Allen, he's tough at defensive end. So their D line, our offensive line is going to have some work. They're going to be challenged, man. But what do you? I don't know. I just don't. They got Darnell Savage as safety. He's not bad. They're just not a great team.
We're gonna whoop them. I'm not worried about these guys. Did you see what we just, man? It's okay. We just needed to get rolling. Sometimes the guys just need to get rolling and see some plays work and see what works for you and who's who, what kind of matchups get won. And with a new quarterback, those are all things he needs to see so that he knows what he's working with. And I feel like as he figures that out, which each week he's been getting better, we're gonna start looking better.
Well, yeah, the coach has to see it too. The coach has to see, man, I call this play, even maybe I call that play, maybe it shouldn't have worked, but it worked great.
Right.
Or, Caleb in the hurry up. When the offense started stalling, they went to the hurry up with Caleb. And that worked fantastic for him.
Yeah.
We can be like the old Bengals, use that all year. where they had to change the rule at the Super Bowl because they were going to beat the 49ers. Did you remember that?
No, what
Okay,
year? What
so
year?
when the Bengals faced the Joe Montana 49ers in the Super Bowl, the
Okay.
Bengals had basically run a high-speed, hurry-up offense all year. The whole year they didn't huddle. They just went at it. They were rolling everybody. And the NFL, that's when they changed the rule that said you get a certain amount of time, like when the ref's standing in there holding the ball. That started that Super Bowl. If that junk hadn't changed, Cincinnati would have won the championship. They
Mm,
were rolling. That was back when they had Icky Woods and the Icky Shuffle,
mm,
and they were rolling teams, man. Because he had Icky, he was a hard running dude, and they had Boomer Esiason. He was blowing people up. They had Chad Ocho, Cinco Johnson, and they had T.J. Hushmanzada on the other end. They were lighting up the league, and there was nothing you could do because the defenses were winded and gassed and couldn't rotate people in, and they just wear you down, eat you up. And then the
right.
NFL said, enough of that. We're gonna give the defense a chance to get set. And so in that Super Bowl, they had the refs standing there holding the ball. And you're just like, come on, if you're gonna let them play this way all year,
Right.
how you gonna change the rules at the Super Bowl?
Right.
But hey, it's
Mm-mm.
working for us. Let's do it. Let's do what works. We scored 3 touchdowns, 3 tutties in 1 quarter. When's the last time we did that? I don't know.
I don't know either. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know either. But it was good to see, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. This was good to see.
It
I
was
feel like we take
beautiful.
this momentum into next week. We win in London, and we, like you said, we go into the break 4-2.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And we're going to the break 4-2 because coming out the break, we got a schedule. You know,
Yeah.
coming out the break, we have a schedule. We have some things to deal with it.
I'm gonna say who we got
Uh,
up first. Is it the Cardinals? Who do we come back to?
man, let me take a peek here. So coming out, we obviously got the Jaguars in London, right? And then we come back to the Commanders, who were
Commanders. That's
supposed
it.
to be bums, but they're hot. They're one
Man,
of the
tell me
hottest
about it.
teams in football.
Tell me about it.
Then we come back to the Cardinals, again, a team that just took out the 49ers, another hot team. We come back to the Patriots after that. So it doesn't get any easier.
Yeah.
It doesn't get any easier. Then we got the Pack, the Vikings, the Lions, the 49ers, the Vikings, the Lions.
Seahawks.
Seattle wasn't supposed to be a good team, but they're a great team this year. And
Right.
then the Pack. We literally have a gauntlet. We literally have a gauntlet coming out. We have a bunch of division leaders. That's you think about how crazy that is. Like coming out, it's doggone nuts that we're going to end up facing division leader after division leader coming out of this. We got the Commanders division leader. Um, hey, we've got the Seahawks division leader. The Cardinals the Cardinals and 49ers are both viable teams. Man, that this is going to be
Hey, I say
something.
bring them on.
Yeah, let's
Bring
go
them
get them.
on. I'm ready.
Let's go get them. The
I'm ready.
Patriots is the only team that's stinking it up outside of the Jaguars that we got to face.
Yeah, you're right. We got
We
some games on our hands.
we got our work cut out for us. We got our work cut out for us. But honestly, over the next 4 games, we need to be 3-1.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, what works for us is that none of these guys have seen Caleb before. So none of these guys have
Yep.
seen this group of guys together before. So it's new for us and then it's new for them as well. So hopefully we can catch some of these teams off guard. Hopefully our defense keeps playing at a high level. And they're already gonna have their work cut out for trying to score on our defense as we've been playing so far. So I feel like we do have our work cut out for us, but I'm not gonna write us off. It started off kind of rough for us. But hey, I'm still looking for us to do big things. We haven't even started our division matchups. So if we can win more of those games than our counterparts, then we're looking good. So
Yeah, we need to. If we can come through there 3-1, we can be 6-3 going into the divisional work.
Absolutely.
And the good thing is when it comes to the playoff picture, after the break, we are mostly facing NFC teams. You got the Commanders, the Cardinals, everybody in our division, the 49ers, and the Seahawks. So it's all NFC teams. So when you come down to the playoff hunts, we're going to win or lose based on what we do. It's not going to be any flukes.
Right. No, you're right.
If you rack up a whole bunch of wins in the NFC and you come down to a tiebreaker, you're going to get the tiebreaker. So that's good for us, the way the schedule pans out.
Yep.
It's up to us. We win, we're in. It's one of those things. And we don't have to win every game, but, we need to probably win 3. If we win 3 out of 4 moving forward, we're doing great. If we win 3 out of 5, we're decent. We're going to the playoffs in a 3 out of 5. That puts us in the playoffs in good standing. I'm pumped.
Right. I'm waiting for it. I'm pumped too.
Pumped.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for
pumped.
it.
Hey, go Bears.
Hey, you know it.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. You know it.
I gotta get some new ones.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I'm ready. I'm liking what we've been seeing. And Caleb is throwing that rock, man. When they give him some time, he's looking real good out there with those weapons he has. So
for sure. Well, I'm Uncle.
I'm Nephew.
And we're talking Bears. Bear down.